a very interesting clip that popped up, and thanks to, and I don't have the tweet up, but I'll shout you out later, one of our loyal FT fans who just did a little at when he saw the clip. Someone posted it. He just gave me a little at Scott Braun. That's the way to do it if you want us to break something down. I caught it late last night, and he's like basically saying, "You guys going to break this down because this thing's not getting a lot of pub, and we'd love to get the player perspective here because I mean." I'll say it. It's a dirty play. Let's show you what Chas McCormick did on during last night's game against the Mariners. Look at the left hand, completely out, going for the swipe, and it didn't work. But I'm actually surprised it didn't get more coverage because if a guy like steps on a heel even by accident, we're all over it. Like wasn't that A-Rod all over again trying to smack the ball?
A-Rod did the full swipe. He kind of just tried grabbing the arm there. That
But it
was
wasn't that like it was
he came side. A-Rod went down because
right.
Bronson went to tag. Boom, popped it out of his glove. But you can hurt somebody doing that, man. That's my biggest concern. You grab somebody's arm like that, push it back, all of a sudden you got a shoulder problem. I, I'm hoping it just was a reaction. I think that's the biggest thing. I hope it is. I mean, just a gut reaction to do that, but I don't think that should be on your mind to do something like that. That's not a really good play by him. It's not a good look, and I don't know what you do next, but for real, that's something. If I'm on first base and I didn't know, maybe because usually when you catch the ball, something hits you in the arm, like, oh, maybe he ran into the baseline too far. But if I look back on that, we're gonna have a conversation the next day, like, yo, dog, you could have really injured me, man. Like, what the heck's going on here? So yeah, that's not a good look for him.
Oh man, for me, like I'm kind of speechless right now. I really don't know how to react to that. It's definitely a first for me. I don't understand how your first reaction is to swing and hit the guy in the arm or shoulder or wherever it may be. But yeah, while we were playing Todd, you do something like that, you got to keep your head on the swivel the next day. You might catch one in the
Exactly.
ribs. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't understand what made him go to the extent to take a swipe at the baseball or whatever he was doing. But yeah, you just gotta keep your heads up today. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so you wouldn't be pissed off? That smile wouldn't turn upside down if you
I'd
were
be
playing
pissed.
first base and dude tried to swipe at you?
Yeah, I would be upset, but that's why I'm also stating that hey, you might have to turn into one, lean into one today. That's just how we played when I was coming up. So, who knows what's going to happen? But at the end of the day, for him to do that, I'm sure as a teammate, I would be upset. I would be ticked off. But like once again, it's up for your teammates to step up for you and also step in.
So I don't think you're on the team yet, but remember the
Yeah,
Manny Machado play? That was against Milwaukee.
yeah, I was
Remember the
there.
play? You were on the team?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I was
You
there.
were already there?
I
Okay.
was that was my first year there. He stepped on Aggie's foot
Mhm.
and it didn't go over well. It was a lot of trash talking in the dugout. We were not a fan of that. To me, that's a sign of disrespect, and I'm big on respect. And and luckily it was the playoffs during that time, so it was hard to kind of throw at somebody or kind of get in a fight because we're trying to win a game there. So yeah, it was tough. It's tough to be a part of, but at the end of the day, things like that just cannot happen.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is here, like they might even if they by chance do throw one, give a little bow tie, it might not even be at him. It might be at one of their better players too, as well. So you're putting not
Yes.
only yourself at risk, but you're putting your teammates at risk too. So that's the biggest thing I would worry about. You got Castillo
Hmm.
on the mound today. He throws upper 90s. Mm, I mean, it's different. You got Scott Service. He's an old veteran guy too, as well. Like, listen, you know, one gets away, gets in the back of the ribs or the back. Okay, so be it. So
Hmm.
I know that's baseball though, man. Hey, listen, you don't see it happen too often now. I think they're trying to crack down on it, but that's the game within the game, man. That you basically could have hurt one of our players, and now, you know, there might be a repercussion. That's all I'm saying. But it's a rarity nowadays, Scott. I don't know why. It's something they're trying to be safe with it, but you got a ball might get away.
You would have said something because you would have known. I mean, dude's just running down the
Yeah.
line normal, and then all of a sudden your hand gets smacked. Wouldn't you have said something? Would you turn around and been like, "Dude, what's going on?"
I'm like, yo, dog, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, like What are you thinking? So, and then
Mhm.
as a teammate of his, I would have been like, dude, what the heck were you doing? Like, what's the problem? Like, I don't know. I don't think they have any problems together with each other. I just think I'm hoping and praying it was just a reaction. It was
Yeah.
a terrible reaction, but it was just a reaction.
Here's my thing. So I know there's a little bit of a difference in the plays, but it's a pretty similar intent. After Machado made that play, right? You have some guys still that are like they'll never get off like, oh, he's a punk, that's a dirty play, all that shit. And I know it's the playoffs, so it's got more of a spotlight on it, but what's the difference? It's the same type of play. Like you're doing something, you're going out of your way to basically commit like a technical or flagrant foul, if you'd call it in the NBA. Like
Yeah.
I think you should get maybe in trouble for it, but also I don't see the difference. It's a dirty play.
Yeah.
There's no way you can talk me into like, oh, my hand just was floating out there. Like you tried to swipe the freaking
And
ball.
he's lucky he didn't get hurt, because if he got hurt, it would have been even bigger problem what
Hmm.
happened then.
Yes.
Might not happen today, or might not happen tomorrow, but that's something in baseball. As you know, Locaine, we don't forget when things like this happen down the
Yes.
road. You might see in a year or two. They could be teammates. You don't. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's just really not a good look, man. Just play the game, man. That's all. Play the game right.
Or if the
Yeah.
baseball gets knocked out, Lo. If the
Yeah.
baseball got knocked out, it would be covered everywhere right
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like Todd said, it's a big point because, like you said, now you're putting your teammates in jeopardy. Like that's the most important thing. And like he said, you never know who can get hit at any time. So putting your teammates in jeopardy, I'm definitely not a fan of that. But like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe they'll just blow over and nothing will come of it. But I knew that the team I played with in Kansas City, that wouldn't fly for sure.